Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. It's another beautiful day in the studio, and today we're going to continue working on the shelving displays. They look pretty good. They're pretty much complete. In fact, I made a video not too long ago saying, finishing my Lego shelving display, but will they honestly ever be done? No, I don't think so. We're always going to be changing them up and improving them because we've got so much space for activities in here. So not too long ago, I was working on this room. And I was like, oh, you know, it'd be really cool if I put some islands floating in the center here. So I was like, yeah, the Titanic, that looks sweet. These airplanes, very cool. I also put my books down there, some of the postcards. Came across those while I was unpacking and cleaning up the Lego City room. And then today, I was thinking to myself, you know what we should do is go to IKEA this morning. Because I took those cabinets from, well, I took one of them from the Star Wars display. So I need to go to IKEA and replace that because that doesn't look very good at all. So there's the box. I got to build that, place that there. And then I have some wood because I ordered all the melamine for the Lego City tables. So we have the wood here now so I can actually top that correctly. So we're not going to have this effect. That doesn't look good at all. It needs to be topped because I want to make it one smooth surface for all these epic Lego Star Wars sets. And also there's like a giant hole in the middle because the width of this cabinet doesn't match the depth of two of these cabinets. So we're able to create this really cool rectangular display in here, but there'd be a big hole in the middle, so you got to top it with the melamine. Also, I've got some new sets that we're going to be placing. I'm going to build a new Lego Lord of the Rings display. Well, I guess we're going to improve it because we've got Barad-dûr. He's hanging out right there. He's checking out the temperature. He's just... Yeah, he's just hanging out by the thermostat. But I got to place that in the Lego Lord of the Rings display. And while I was transporting the Tower of Orthanc today, I accidentally split it in two. So that wasn't good. But yeah, we'll use those two sets to create a new display. And then I'll find a new home for the animal that we're introducing, or the pet that we're introducing here to the studio as well. We got the tuxedo cat. Yeah. So that's what we're getting up to. First thing I've got to do is assemble this Besta unit. Here goes Mrs. Bricksie. Thanks for the help. She built the cabinet, not me. Look, she even put the back on backwards, so the sticker's there. No, I'm just kidding. That was me. I'll take the credit for that. Got to get a blow dryer so I can just heat those up and peel them off. There's a bunch of stickers that need removing. Even these ones. Like, they are just on there for good. You can't peel those ones off unless you warm them up. So I'm going to have to buy a blow dryer just for this place for that purpose. Sticker removing. I've got to watch out where I'm stepping. Almost backed up into ski hill and the sit complex there. So now that that's built, I've got to get my measurements. So I'm going to measure this measurement here, like the width of that cabinet, and then the length of it, and try and come up with a solution for topping it. I know it's going to take two pieces of wood because this here is longer than 97 inches, which those sheets are. So maybe I'll be able to use some of the scraps. Maybe. Because I don't think this here is 48. At least I hope it's not. I'll have to measure and find out. Yeah, it looks like we're sitting at 120 centimeters. I guess I'll just use centimeters for this measurement because it's IKEA stuff. So 120 cents or 47 and a quarter inches, just under. And then what's the length? It's long. And it looks like this one here is exactly 259 centimeters, just under 102 inches. Beauty. I think it's easier to work in centimeters in this circumstance because it's IKEA. Swedish stuff. The Swedish stuff, Jose. You excited for the track saw?
So excited.
So excited. Woo! Got to move all the sets off once again for the 30th time in the last 2 months. Not that many times, but... Oh no! Now that would not be good. It had to be done though. You have to swoosh it, you know? So you can see the massive hole in there. That's why we need to top it if you want to have the island look like this. So we actually ended up using the scraps rather than using a new piece of melamine, because there'd be like 5 inches on the end if we used a full sheet to be like a 5-inch section, which would look weird. We're gonna have more like seams this way, but I think it's gonna be better because there's not gonna be like an awkward 5-inch filler on the end. So we should probably make sure these are all level. Or what I should do is, because the ground isn't perfectly level, is maybe I could somehow screw them together. Ooh, actually no, because this is just like a thin backboard on the back of these, so screwing them together might not work, but I guess it is what it is. In the end, it'll look good. Now, I don't have the edging here today, so I can't put the edging on, unfortunately. So these ones are cut to the right width, the 120 centimeters, but we're gonna need 0.875 of a sheet. So we're gonna have to make one more cut on this last sheet here. But that should top it nicely. I guess one big sheet would eliminate like this little gap that's happening there, but once you get some weight on it, I guess it'll sort of eliminate it. I need some new gloves. Those things have seen a lot of yard work. Those things are haggard. Yeah, not too bad though. Just got to do one last cut. All measured up to the exact millimeter. Yeah, it goes edge to edge in both directions. I really don't mind the fact that we use the 4 pieces. I think it's better than one large piece and a small awkward piece. I think the best solution would be 2 large pieces, but I'm not really willing to sacrifice 2 pieces of melamine to try and do that. I may as well try and use some of the scraps from the tables. So there you go. The Lego Star Wars UCS display is looking pretty dandy. Oh my, there is one imperfection. I'm going to point it out even though I don't want to. Seems like this piece right here is like bowing upward because look, it's level and then it's not level. The frames themselves are pretty much level, but I don't know what's going on there. I guess maybe I could ram a screw through it, but I don't think it's going to bother me once I put the edging on there. I'm going to save the edging for another day though, because I need to do the edging for the tables, and I still haven't decided if I'm going to get some of the half round 5/8 stuff and nail gun it on there after I paint it white, or if I'm going to use the actual edging that you iron on. So I'm going to leave that for another day. So I guess it's not quite done yet because there's nothing underneath. Look at all the space we have. It's a good place for a coffee cup. But we've got all these little cubbies right here that we could put sets in. So that's all room for expansion. And then there's also the room for expansion right there as well. And those sort of look really good right there, don't they? The Lord of the Rings sets, the tall ones. Makes me want to like leave them there, but they don't really match up with the theme of this room, which of course is Lego Star Wars. So they'll probably have to find a new home. So we got these 2 beauty sets and then all of the minifigures from those sets and also the Helm's Deep minifigs. And then in here we have Rivendell and all of its minifigures as well. The easy thing to do would be to lower that shelf so that it can accommodate Barad-dûr and also the Tower of Orthanc. Put maybe Barad-dûr there and the Tower of Orthanc behind. That would look pretty cool. That's like a nice Lego, I almost said Star Wars, nice Lego Lord of the Rings shelf. Maybe I should just do that. I was thinking that maybe I could take all 3 sets, put them where these planes are, and have a Lord of the Rings display right there. I don't know if all 3 sets would look good on there, and I think Rivendell is a little bit deeper than what that is. That's about 15 inches roughly. So should I do that? Then I'd have to find a new place for the planes, or should I do the easy thing and just lower the shelf a smidge? Or maybe I should put them in the Lego Star Wars room so you see it right when you walk in. Put it right here. Just put the shelf at the right height and then put the Lord of the Rings sets right there. 2 of my favorite lores or movies, like the 2 of my favorite franchises, I guess, Lord of the Rings and Star Wars in one room. It might make sense to do that. I think that's the perfect spot for the new LEGO Ideas cat set. Do you see it? It's right up there in the top right of the screen. Mischievous little devil jumping up on the cabinets there. That's dangerous. You could knock them all over. Don't do that. He's just watching over the room, or he or she. Pretty cool. I love that set. However, I'm biased because I like cats. And then I moved the Titanic right here. I think that's a better spot for it because you see it when you walk by or when you walk into the room. I think it just displays better than the planes that were there. Plus, it's one of my favorite Lego sets. And I put the little radio right down here beside the typewriter. Oh no, why is my letter knocked over? I should lay that beside it. It's pretty cool that it comes with the typewriter. But yeah, I think those look good together. Hey, I'm thinking of switching up my brickhead displays to white. I don't know though, that would require a lot of white bricks, not yellowing white bricks, white bricks, which is sort of hard to come by. You'd have to order all new bricks. That's why it's not in white to begin with. And as you can probably tell, I decided not to put the Lord of the Rings sets there because I put the planes right over here. I don't think they display as well. No, Titanic gets the nice spot there. Lord of the Rings shelf is empty. Look at all that space in that PAX unit. Holy crow. What am I going to put there? Good thing LEGO's going to issue some more stuff. Technically, I could put the Eiffel Tower in one of those units, but I don't mind it out in the open like that. Just got to watch where you're walking. And I decided to put the Lord of the Rings stuff right here. Split it onto 2 shelves. And I also finished that shelf off with Mos Eisley as well. So you got Barad-dûr up top, along with the Tower of Orthanc. That just makes sense. 2 towers. Then we've got all the minifigs up front. Put them all on the minifig stands, just like the rest of my displays. Then I also added the Helm's Deep minifigs. The Helm's Deep set doesn't really present that well. It has to be like customized and put into a diorama, in my opinion. So I'm not going to bother displaying the set, but the figures for sure. There we go. Pretty cool. Touch me. Classic scene right there. Oh man, what an epic battle. Probably the most epic battle in any movie, I would say. That and Game of Thrones Battle of the Bastards, but that's a TV show. All right, there we go. We got Gandalf up top and then the other minifigures right here. I'm glad that I found my shield and helm with the white hand on it from Saruman. Yeah, that looks sweet. And yeah, I didn't want to cluster them all on one shelf, so I decided to split Rivendell up from them just because we have the display space, giving it its own shelf and lowering it as well so you can actually see all of those epic details within and check out all of the amazing minifigs that it comes with. And I have also never really displayed Mos Eisley like how it's supposed to be displayed. Of course, you can open it up, but I prefer the closed version. So I actually attach these little modules. So they make like the U, and then put these figures here, and the rest of the figures over here, along with the speeders. And then we've got the Death Star with all of the figures below. It's looking pretty lonely down there, pretty sparse, but I was glad that I was able to like condense everything into that unit. So now we just have an entire unit that's open for the taking, which is excellent. Plus, once again, all of these units here. Wow, I still need to fix my AT-AT. I didn't get around to that. I think it's in dire need of that, but I'm also lacking motivation because this stuff here is like leaking into this room as we construct the tables. Once I get the tables constructed, then I can get all the stuff off the ground, and then I will fix that up. I promise. I'll get all that fixed up, and I'll also do like a thorough vacuuming and a thorough sweeping because it's like dirty in here. It's just been a lot of like moving and outdoor shoe being worn in. Oh no! Oh no, it's a spider! Hey you, get out of here! I'll have to set up another glue trap. That seems like the perfect corner for one. I've got a glue trap right there collecting all the spiders so they don't intrude on our Lego. But I'll have to set up another one because it's right by the door. So I want to catch those buggers before they make it in. Yeah, there we go, everybody. Some fantastic progress here. I love the Star Wars display. Once I put the edging on it, it's going to look even better. And also, once I fill up those cabinets underneath, got the cat there. Also, you can see the Titanic from the door and the Lord of the Rings display looking pretty fresh as well. Barad-dûr has been placed. Plus the other day I had the chance to top the furnace room and make the space display. So that's looking really good too. The shelving has never looked better. I'm so happy with these displays. Pretty cool. Could this turn into a diorama one day? Maybe, but then where would I put all these big boys? I think they look awesome there. I don't like it when the Star Destroyer, Super Star Destroyer, and Venator are poking out from the larger display units. I don't think that looks good at all. I like them on the floating island. So I think it's going to stay like this for now. If we're going to do dioramas, we'll do that in the city. That'll be like the diorama room with the giant city display, and this will be the shelving rooms up front here. And once again, if we run out of space, I know I sound like a broken record here, but if we run out of space, we've got the top of my parts up there, and we have the ability to wrap units around. Also, I keep forgetting to bring the floating shelves that I have. They're like floating lack shelves from IKEA. I could put a floating lack shelf bridging the two units above the door. I'd have to measure to see what combination of floating shelves would work, but I'm sure I could come up with some sort of combination or rig something up. Yeah, maybe even use shelf brackets and cut a piece of melamine. I'll figure something out there. I'll put a shelf bridging the two PAX units because that would look cool. Excellent. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And have yourselves a fantastic day. Farewell.